lo que ha pasado en la piscina?
¡Perdita!
¿Y viste algo o oíste algo raro?
I was saying, congratulations on it. It was really cool.
Thank you.
I know you've just been touring with, I mean, you've been to Sieges. I sadly wasn't able to get to Sieges this year, but I usually go there every year. And you've been kind of all around the world. You've been to international festivals. Obviously, unfortunately, the themes that the film touches on, kind of bullying, is a universal theme, which is something that obviously everyone can pick up on, and everyone will be able to resonate. It's going to resonate with them. But it also at the same time feels very, very Spanish. Just kind of the look and feel and the kind of the characters and the music and everything's very, very Spanish. How did the international audiences appreciate the film? I mean, I know it's gone down really well, but how did they appreciate it? How did they react to the film at the festivals in the Q&As afterwards, for example?
Pretty much everywhere they connected so much with Sarah, with the character, and they also connected with the humor and with the different themes. It's funny that internationally they focus less on the bullying than they do in Spain. In Spain, some of the Q&As are about that, and they want to know if I had a personal experience with that. But most of the time outside, it's not so much about that. It's so much about how the movie is made, basically. The cinematography and stuff like that.
Right.
And the fun thing is that I think just because it is so local, that is exactly what makes it universal, because people can recognize truth when you talk about something that you know. Sometimes there's some movies here that they present that like they're American, and for me that was always something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I would like to know where the movies are set. If you're going to do that in a fantasy world in space, then okay, but I want to be in that world. And I think that has to happen if you're doing a movie in Spain or you're doing a movie in England. I want to know which part of England it is,
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. I said there, it's got a very Spanish feel to it. I think it's just the costumes, the kind of the design, and even kind of the colors, the color coding, and also the aspect ratio that you chose. These were all very, very specific and conscious decisions that you made on your part. Now, can you explain a little bit about that? Because I think you wanted to kind of help us feel this kind of claustrophobia and this sense of dread that she's going through, with these different aspects with the audience's senses, if you will.
Yeah, in a sense, we wanted to the whole movie, the whole visual aspect of the movie depends on her journey. I mean, for me, there's always a link between form and theme, and so for me, I want everything to reflect her journey, the way the travels through the movie, the way the character evolves. Everything is told from her perspective, even though sometimes the camera acts a bit like a radar. It always takes her side.
Yeah.
And for me, that was very important. From the colors, it starts almost like a coming of age movie, and then it ends being totally different. Every decision that we take aesthetically has to do with that. And the 4-3 is because we wanted to be as claustrophobic as possible, and also it forces you to, the image has to be composed with the body. It has to be framed according to the body. It's not the body lost in a beautiful landscape as in other formats. Here, the body is always present, even in the close-ups. So that was very interesting for us, and also that's one of the reasons why we shot in summer. I wanted summer because in summer, you cannot escape your body. Your body is always present.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so every decision that we made aesthetically has to do with her, and even with the screenplay has to do about what would she do and where would she go.
So I was reading some of the other interviews you did done, and obviously the kind of the seed for the short film and also for the feature film was kind of your personal experience of going through bullying. So I wondered, what was it specifically of your experience of bullying that you wanted to get across and portray to the audience, and also did you write it as a kind of a cathartic, an exercise in did you want it to kind of serve as a kind of exercise in some kind of cathartic exercise for you to kind of overcome or kind of rid yourself of these demons of the past?
Well, basically, it was not so much about my demons from the past, but about my demons of the present. I was just a mother, and I was scared of of the world which I was bringing my child to, you know, and I thought, oh, she's gonna be bullied. There's so many things. There were so many stories about sexual aggression and basically people being mean to each other, you know. And I think there's kind of this normalized violence in society that it keeps on going. And so for me, the bullying part, it draws from my perspective, but it draws from my own experience, but not from the times I've been bullied, but from the times I've been quiet when other people's been bullied.
Right.
And those times were the ones that really stuck as a wound. I mean, for me, it hurts me more when I didn't say something than what I did, or when they did it to me, you know. But those times that I saw someone being bullied and I didn't do anything, those are the ones that really haunt me.
So what was it that in the film that you wanted to kind of portray? I mean, because this is, it's actually, it's a very universal thing. This is something that happens. I mean, we see it every day on, if you're going on the metro or wherever, you see things happening and you feel so useless that you feel like you can't do anything. So what was it that you wanted to kind of get across in the film about those kind of situations?
I wanted to you know, this is for me, the movie is about that everybody is, nobody, I mean, nobody is completely, you know, safe from being evil sometimes, you know. Sometimes you have to learn to maybe, I don't know, to say no in the right moment, but to always also show that the expectation, the audience, that, you know, sometimes you do things that are not good and you're still could be a good person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm just a bit tired of you know, the media and also the movies or even conversations that this is good, this is bad. Well, you know, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And if you don't admit to that, you're just lying to yourself, basically.
Yourself, exactly, yeah. And obviously, we need to speak about Laura Galan. It's a fantastic performance. Everyone in the film is fantastic, but Laura Galan puts in a fantastic performance. I was reading that it took you a good 2 years to find the perfect actress, no? And then I'm interested in what she brought to the role once she was involved in the show, and then also in when you adapted it to the feature-length version.
You know, Laura is such an amazing actress. It took me 2 years because I saw a lot of teenage kids, non-professionals, professionals, but I didn't find the people that was bold enough, brave enough, and had the talent enough to do this movie the way I wanted to do it in a short film at the moment. But I met Laura, who was a bit older, and she understood the character perfectly and what I wanted to do, and she just went ahead and wanted to do. And what she brought into the film is that when we already fallen in love with this character of Sarah, you know, she was, for us, she was like a girl we knew and loved. And she's never been bullied in her life, Lara Galan. She's never gone through that experience, but she's just pure empathy and talent. But what she wrote for me, it was that it gave me so much freedom to know that I could write anything, and she was going to be able to do it.
Well, so I mean, you said that so that she had never suffered bullying in her life. So how did she approach that aspect? Obviously, you can see things happening at school, and you see other people, like you said, you don't do things and things like that. But how did she actually approach playing someone that she's never really kind of been in that skin before?
Well, you know, I think for being an actor, you just have to have empathy and understand. You read the screenplay. We talked a lot. We share experience. I told her some of the experience that I had when I was with the research and what the people who are specialized in bullying told me. And basically, she just drove her looking at people and from what was on the screenplay and what we talked, and from her empathy. She doesn't need anything else. I mean, I don't think you have to write or act about what you know, but you have to write and act about what you are interested about.
And then obviously, I said before that you've been to festivals before. I'm guessing that people who have gone through the same kind of experiences that Sarah has been through in the film, no, that the film has really resonated with them. Have people come up to you and thanked you for kind of showcasing and highlighting these kind of things that go on and kind of making people more aware of what's going on and what could be done?
You know, this is the best part of making the short, and is the best part of making the movie. All the messages that I get online, and I get also in person, the people that say that it's resonating with them. And some people, they even hugged me in London, and I thought, you're British people, you're supposed not to be this warm. Of course, that's just prejudices. And but I said, okay, guys, there's still COVID around. Don't hug me.
No, but I mean,
But yeah.
But the idea that, I mean, the fact that you wrote it initially because of your personal experiences must be really heartwarming for you, no? To realize that what you've gone through serves as help to other people, no? Have gone through the same kind of experiences, no?
I think fiction is it's a very powerful weapon. I don't think it can change the world, but I think it can, at least for a moment, let other people view life through other people's eyes. And I think that's really powerful because you learn how another person feels, and yeah. So it's very very moving. Actually, it's actually also very moving when you make a film. It's no longer yours, and it's good to know that other people are gonna love them the way you want them to be loved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fantastic. And that obviously, it obviously focuses very much so on bullying, but I'm curious why you decided to choose this specific genre of horror, the slasher genre, to mix the two together. Why was it specifically that subgenre that you thought would work best with the themes that you wanted to address?
Because for various reasons, because the structure of slasher is very much like this one, you know, there's some killing and then people disappear, and then at the end there's a confrontation, stuff like that. But also because in the slasher you don't know much about the killer. And for me this was very interesting because we do it from Sarah's perspective, so we only know what she knows.
Yeah. And
also it's quite a misogynist subgenre.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to subvert that a bit. And also in slashers, you basically have your final girl who has been tormented over and over again in the most horrific forms by the killer.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make a twist, and then no, it's not the killer who is going to torment it. It's actually society who does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fantastic. So just to finish up, before we finish up, then I was just speaking to John, and he said that you're actually in pre-production already on something else.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Is that something that you'd already planned before? Before Piggy came out, or is that something that's kind of Piggy has helped you to go on to produce this, or is this something that was already in the works?
It's actually a screenplay. I didn't write the first. I didn't write the original idea. I just did the last 5 drafts. But it's they came to me before I had Piggy. They came to me. The producers are the distributors of Piggy in Spain. And when they read the screenplay, they came to me with this film. So that's why I'm actually going to shoot it in 3 days.
Oh, that's fantastic! Congratulations! And is that going to? I mean, obviously you won't be able to say much about that, but is it a similar genre? Is it in the horror genre as well?
Yeah, fantastic. It's horror. It's going to be starred by Belén Rueda, who is one of Spain's biggest scream queens.
Yeah.
And it's called the Hermitage.
The Hermitage, fantastic. Well, thanks very much for your time. I wish you the best of luck with Peredita, and also the best of luck with this new film that you're shooting very soon. And I hope to speak to you again about that one sometime soon as well.
Let's hope so. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much. Thanks very much. All the very best. Nice to see you. Bye now.
Bye.
¿Esta sangre qué es, Sara? ¿Qué has hecho, Sergi?